Good morning to everyone here. Good morning to everyone at home. Let's take a moment and start to lift our knees up. First of all, welcome to everyone. Today is December 3rd. That means that the next Sundays will be the 10th, the 17th, the 24th, and the 31st. So just 4 more Sundays left in the entire year. I actually really love teaching on the 24th and 31st. So I will plan to be here. I hope you can make it. When it comes to the 24th, since it is the closest Sunday to the winter solstice, it will be an opportunity for each of us, if you wish, to create the Salkalpa for yourself for the next season. Kick heels to better. An intention is something you can set for your practice for the day. It's something that you stretch or reach towards over the course of an hour, maybe 10 hours, something very specific. For example, my intention for my class might be, may I be mindful. But the Salkalpa is something a little more broad. It's an awareness, something you wish to cultivate over the course of 3 months. Mine could be for the season of winter. May I be mindful of what I eat. So I just took it and broadened it out. Let that go. I'll stand center in my mat. Step out right foot, left foot. So just something to think of. If you come on the 24th, I'll invite you to set an intention for your practice. And if you wish, it's Salkalpa for the entire season. As we're working, let's take a breath here. Inhale, exhale. Breathing in through the nose, and if you could, out through the mouth. It doesn't have to be as if you were blowing out 100 candles, but it's really pushing the breath out through the throat. Let the arms come halfway, and we'll go with 9. And the last one, I'll bring my knees up again. As my knees are lifting, I'm noticing how I balance for that moment when one foot is off the floor. 9, 8. Let's step out left foot and center and right. Again, if you can, inhale through the nose, exhale audibly through the mouth. This time, arms halfway forward. Last one, again, I'll bring my knees up. And again, I'm just focusing, what do I notice supports my balance? Just how do I feel in my body for the moment I balance here on one foot? 9, 8. And let's start to the right. Last time, this time, arms all the way up and down. And the last one, and when you come in, just relax your shoulders, please. Come and sit down with me. We'll take a moment to sit to the floor. I'm letting my legs go out long in front. My knees are going to be a little bit bent. Inhale as you sit here, lengthening up through the spine. And when you exhale, bring the soles of the feet together into a cobbler's pose. Again, inhale. Exhale, legs are out, lengthen. Inhale again. Exhale, cobbler's pose. Inhale again. Exhale, legs out. One last time, bringing in on a cobbler's pose. And let those legs drop. I'll take it gently and let my left knee bend in first, my right knee second. I'll lengthen to lift up tall. Left elbow, left forearm on the left leg, right hand to the right knee, lengthen your trunk, and then stretch over left. And I'm just going to keep stretching to my left, soften down, and reach out and over, and come back to neutral. Lengthen and stretch. And then come center, right hand's behind me, left hand's at my knee. Inhale, lengthen up, and as you exhale, look right. And then release neutral. Lengthen to look right. To come neutral. And as you lengthen to come right, just take a breath. And release. I'll let myself gently soften to walk out. Soft elbows, soft shoulders. As you're here and you're breathing, take a moment to start to look within. Perhaps looking within your heart. You can become aware of the sounds in your space, your capacity to hear and to listen. And then drop that same capacity, hearing, listening to within the heart center. Let your hands walk up, and if you would, very gently, from here, let your legs open out. Don't think about it, just let the legs cross in and sit. Let the legs open out. Now I'm going to change and let my other leg cross in front, if you can. And the legs open out. The legs cross in. And the legs open out. And the legs cross in. And they open. The next time you cross in, could it be right foot first, left foot in front. Right elbow onto the right thigh. Left hand at the left knee. Let's lengthen. Stretch over right. Remember, 3 times. I come down and I reach 1. I come down and I reach 2. And I'm down and I reach 3. As you release, left hand behind you, right hand to the left knee, lengthen up 3 times. Look left and come center. Rotate left and come center, rotate left. Well, as you can center, gently let your hands walk you forward. Please, just look within. As you're here, take 3 slow, deep breaths. Have a sense of truly connecting into the heart center, listening within the heart. And gently let the hands walk back. And just take a moment to sit. Your eyes can close. For those of us here in the club, we're just letting the music flow over us. At home, just be in your own personal stillness. We're inviting the body to be present in the moment, inviting the mind and the intelligence of the mind to drop within the heart center and to feel the connection to the intelligence of the heart. If an intention comes to you for your practice, and you repeat it 3 times as a statement. Then bringing palms to the heart. Feel the connection to one's own true essence, greeting yourself, your practice. Namaste. I'll release my hands and just come right out to hands and knees. And as I press into my hands, I'm feeling strong into all 10 fingers and feeling the pads of each fingertip to the mat. Feel that your arms are strong and long and that your shoulder blades broaden, just slightly drawing the navel up. Let the toes curl, and in your own time, could you lift back to downward dog? Now you might wish to let one knee bend and then the other, but you take your time getting comfortably into your feet and into your hands. And then take a breath and be still. And then ease down onto the knees. I'll take my mat. I'm going to fold the mat at the corner. Each corner, so I have 2 corners and folding down, and it allows me to have a better grip. My whole hand can fold over that big folded corner. I'll stretch back, maybe move my knees back a little farther and lengthen to stretch. It's really just a wonderful stretch from behind the heart, broad through the shoulder blades, long through the arms and up to the hands. And I'll just release my hands and let my hips drop down towards my heels as I lengthen. I would go in to describe the sensation through my shoulder blades. I would describe them as raw. Rise up to hands and knees. Again, strong to the fingertips or the pads of each finger. Broaden the shoulder blades. Curl the feet, lift the hips, downward dog. Slow recovery back to the knees. I'm going to change. I will be strong into my left hand and left arm, but lift off my right. Just let the right arm reach front and drop back. So the arm just reaches forward as if to shake someone's hand. Now, can you reach forward, hold there, sweep the arm around right, back to your hip, and then slide forward again and around again. Last time. When your hand comes to your hip, let that right hand rest over the small of the back or back of the waistline. And just breathe with that. Right palm down. Pressing both hands. Broaden the shoulder blades, curl the feet, downward dog. And then soften to release down. And strong to my right hand. I'm going to think about my right arm drawing into center and let my left arm reach forward 3 times. And then reach the left arm forward, let it sweep around to the hip 3 times. Notice how your body feels. Is it the same right to left sides? When the left hand comes to my hip, I'll put it onto the back waistline or small of my back, and my neck is long. And one last time, palms to floor. Broaden the shoulders, slightly pull in the navel, and lift to downward dog. As you hold here, breathe with it and let your awareness flow through the upper body. We did a few different things to try to stimulate, warm, activate that upper trunk. Can you experience your shoulder blades broad? Can you take a deep breath and really feel energy moving into the back of your heart, through that back body, bringing it to life and awareness. And then gently ease back down to your knees. And let's change and focus legs. I'll bend my right knee, flex the foot, and let my knee just lift and lower. And from up and down, I'll transition to in and out. Beautiful. And then I'll hold the leg out and put the toes to the floor, lengthen it, and then let the leg lift and lower just 3 times. And then hold the leg long. So I'm into 2 hands. My right leg's lifted. This time I'll let my shoulder blades draw down my back. I'll put down my right toes. Could I take back the left toes as well to plank? Shoulder blades subtly draw down the back. I'll soften my knees and pull back into a child's pose. Just let yourself relax and let go. Please come up to hands and knees. Let's repeat on the left side. So first establish the hands, the arms. Let the left knee bend and just let it come down and up. And in and out. And then hold the leg back. Toes touch the mat. And just up and down. And let's hold the leg up for a moment. Firmly establish all 10 pads for your digits to the mat. Feel the shoulder blades slightly drawing in and down. Left toes floor, right toes floor to plank. I'll bring down my knees. I'm going to come down onto my elbows and my forearms. Did you let your right elbow lift open to the right? You're going to gaze right and bring it down, and then left elbow left. Alternate. 9. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. When your elbows come down, press into them and feel the elbow and shoulder align. Stretch back your right leg. Now I'm going to let my tailbone slightly tuck under, left leg as well, and hold. Forearm plank. Then lower the knees and transition up to hands and knees. My legs will do the same thing. My knees are bent. I'll open my left knee left, come center, right knee right. And again, inhale nose. Last one. Starting child's pose. Let yourself be at ease here. You can relax the shoulders, relax the wrists and hands. You can bring your focus within. Perhaps even listen for your breath. As you inhale, rise up to hands and knees. Please broaden the shoulder blades, curl the feet, downward dog. Recover to the knees and choose. Hands and knees are plank. Shoulder blades softly drawing down the body line. Beautiful. Remember, you can always put your knees to the floor if that will help accommodate, or use your forearms. I'm lowering my knees, drawing back into a child's pose. Inhale, rising up, let the shoulder blades broaden. Draw the navel slightly upward. Curl the feet, downward dog. Be strong into your right foot, and can you lower the full right foot to the mat? Maybe move it a little bit more forward. And let your left foot lift. You could just lift a couple of inches off the mat. Press into both hands and find balance. As you let the left knee bend and draw the sole of the left foot to the sky. Left foot to floor. Line up the 2 feet, and could you slowly come over your toes and lengthen into a plank? I'm going to be strong to my left leg. Really keep that left leg strong. Could you lift the right foot off the floor? We'll put down both feet, both knees. Child's pose, release, let go. Let your hearing focus on the breath and really follow the breath, moving in and out of the body. You inhale, come up. Again, remember, it's broadening of the shoulder blades, slightly lifting in the navel, curl the feet, downward dog. The focus is on the left foot, and I like to flatten my left foot onto the floor. Maybe I need to adjust a little bit. Could I lift my right foot just a couple of inches from the floor, but feel that the weight stays even in the hands? Is it possible to bend the right knee and let that knee draw upward a bit? Both feet down. Roll over the toes to come into the plank. And you be strong to the right leg. Lift off the left. Notice the shoulder blades. They slightly drew in and down back. And we'll let that go onto the knees, back into the hips, and a gentle child's pose. Let yourself become more aware of the breath. Again, perhaps listening for the breath as it comes and goes. You might notice the coolness of the breath when you first draw it in and the warmth in the breath as you exhale out. And make a slow transition. Ease up, hands and knees to line down onto the abdomen. Place the palms, if you would, at first under your shoulders, elbows close to you, legs long, tip of the nose to the mat. As you inhale, slowly float up the head and the shoulders. Exhale down twice more. Inhale, rising. Exhale, floating. Inhale, rising, stay. Up to the elbows and forearms to be in the Sphinx. Tops of the shoulders soft as they melt down from the ears, and the neck can lengthen. I'm going to flex my right foot and curl under my right toes, and then draw the right heel to my buttock. Relax the toes down, lengthen that right leg, bend the knee again. When my heel comes to my buttock, it's to activate hamstring and buttock muscles. Let it release one last time. Lengthen right leg, heel to buttock. Float down, float your trunk, hands under the shoulders, elbows to you. Long legs. As you inhale, small lift of the head and the shoulders. Exhale down again, twice more. You may find that each time you can move a little bit more, come up to stay, onto the elbows and forearms, soft on the shoulders, lengthen the left leg, butts flex, heel to belly. I notice for myself if there's any imbalance across the front of the hip when I take the left heel to buttock. I'd like to feel both sides of my hips are even as they imprint to the mat. Lower the left foot, lengthen the leg, heel to buttock. Float down one last time, lengthen and lift. Lower the leg, slowly float down, hands under the shoulders, elbows snug to your frame. 3 times. Inhale, lengthen, lift up head, shoulders, and chest. Again, you may find you have a little more mobility in the upper body. Here's my final one. Inhale up, elbows, forearms to the mat, lengthen and hold, comfortable, at ease in your Sphinx. I'll slowly ease down my trunk, hands under my shoulders, and knees bend up. It's just one. I'm going to push up and draw back into that child's pose. We will flow. Downward dog, plank, upward dog, just moving easily and comfortably for ourselves. Please note that you can always work with a modification. As you inhale, rise up to hands and knees. I'm going to start to draw my shoulder blades in and down and plank, which could be hands and knees or legs back. Soften at the knees, stretch back long into a child's pose. As I inhale, I come up. I'll bend at my elbows. Can you slide forward? Inhale into upward dog. Beautiful. Curl the feet. Exhale, downward dog. And hold here, the shoulder blades broadened. Please come over the feet to plank. Shoulder blades draw in and down the back. Soften at the knees, draw back into that child's pose. Remember, if you wish, you can just come to hands and knees to hold or inhale up. Bend at the elbows, nose to the mat. Glide forward to lift the breastbone, curl the feet to downward dog. And one last time, exhale, long in the plank. You feel strength in your thigh muscles, buttock muscles. What about the yoga bandha, navel coming in and upward to the heart? Soften at the knees, lengthen back into a child's pose, feeling that long upper body. Inhaling up to the knees. Choice to be still or to bend at the elbows. Slide forward and drop the breastbone. Curl the feet to downward dog. And here's where we'll remain. Could you walk your feet towards your hands? Hands towards your feet. Feet towards your hands. Hands towards your feet. Until you bring them together in a forward fold. Please let the knees soften, the head can be relaxed, gently nodding yes and no. Shoulders relaxed, and we'll breathe. And then with knees soft, roll up. Just let yourself come to stand. Let your shoulders come down and your palms face forward. Beautiful. Shoulders pull up to the ears and down. Pull up and down. Last one. And down. I'm going to scoop my arms halfway forward and float down. Scoop out. Beautiful. The scoop allows me to pull down my shoulder blades as I come up. Could I come all the way up tall? Coming into a volcano, feeling the energy of the earth moving through my feet, up long through the lines of my body. As we exhale, the arms can float down. The body will lengthen and will fold to a forward bend. Let your knees be relaxed. Again, the head can nod loosely. Roll up slowly. Arms relax to the side, palms facing forward, shoulders pull up and down. 2 more. And then hold down the shoulders, scoop, inhale, and exhale. Reach out and scoop. Beautiful. Reach out and scoop. And so here's our last one. Draw up, and we're in that volcano. Connection, earth to sky. As you exhale, lengthen the arms out, fold into the forward bend. Let your trunk be long, comfortable in your legs, comfortable in your torso. And then soft knees to roll up, and my shoulders will relax. And a final time, 3 times shoulders lifting, 1 and 2 and 3. Now the shoulders down, 3 scoops. Scooping is that sensation that helps us feel more at home or at ease in the shoulder blades. So here we go. Last time, come up and into that volcano. Very comfortable through the shoulders. As you exhale, reach out, float down, forward bend. I'm going to transition right back down onto my knees, onto my hips, and let myself return, soles of the feet together in a cobbler's pose as I inhale. And then gently exhale, let those legs stretch out. So the first time I did it, my knees were soft. I just eased out into a straighter leg. Cobbler's pose, inhaling. And just exhale out. Again, you're just inviting the body to move with you as you inhale and exhale. And again, I'm not forcing anything. I'm not holding for a long time in any one pose. I'm just letting there be easy movements. And out. And I'll bring the soles of my feet together again and hold for a moment. Feel for your sits bones so that you sit to them. Let your hands hold your shin bones to give you some support as you lengthen up. And I'll release my legs and go forward. Now I'm in a staff pose. Flex the feet. Scoot back the buttock flesh. Feel that you're on the sits bones with your fingertips supporting you here at the floor. Lengthen tall. As you're here, can you press the back of the right thigh into the floor, the right calf muscles, and really feel the weight of your right leg into the earth? And then come to the left leg. So again, press to the left thigh, the left shins. Press to both. I'll let my hands come behind me, slide in my feet a bit, cross right ankle over left and sit up. Legs go out wide. And just find a way to sit, left ankle over right. And exhale out. So not staying long and letting the transition just be comfortable for me. And letting there be an ease of movement. The last time I do it, it's going to be right leg in front. So left knee in, right leg front as I sit up. Left elbow, left forearm to my thigh. Right hand to my knees. I lengthen to the left. Again, 3 times. Let that right arm come over. And come down. And lengthen over. Beautiful. One last one. As you lengthen, please be in touch with your body. I like it here. I could take my right hand behind my head. And if I were feeling really strong today, I could take both hands, fingers interlaced, and invert it out. Please choose the one that you would really love to remain in and take a slow deep breath. As you inhale, return to neutral, release the arms, sit tall. Left hand's at my right knee. Right hand's behind me. 3 times. Lengthen up. Rotate to the right. Beautiful. Inhale, neutral. Lengthen and rotate. And I'm coming neutral. Gonna lengthen, rotate, and hold. And gently come center. I'm gonna let both my hands just lengthen to reach out. Left arm comes under my right one. And I'm just gonna ease my left hand and fingers to the right wall as I breathe in. Gently come neutral, let the hands walk in. I'm gonna change right foot out, left foot out, right in first, left in front. Right elbow, right forearm on the right leg, left hand to the left knee, lengthen. 3 times the arm overhead and comes back and overhead. Beautiful. Now when I come over, I'll hold and I again really notice how your body feels. First of all, can you feel both sits bones on the mat? So I have a harder time feeling my left one. I could sit here. I could let my hand come behind my head. I'm looking to connect to both sits bones. And then if I were feeling very strong on this side, it could be both arms with my fingers interlaced. Please be in what suits you today. Let's inhale, come up. Everyone's hands to the ground. I have my left hand behind me, my right hand to my left knee. Lengthen up, look left. Beautiful, and come center. Lengthen up to look left. Come in center. Lengthen, look, and hold. As I come neutral, I'll walk out my hands. My right hand comes under my left arm. I'm going to reach my fingers off to the left, and I'm gazing left. I'm coming back to neutral. I'll walk back my hands. I'm going to go back to the staff pose. And my legs go out. And again, I'm going to scoop back the flesh of my buttock. I'm on my sits bones. Again, I feel my thigh bones to the floor, my shin bones to the mat, fingertips like this. A step is really so vital to people who would be walking on the earth. When you think about it, it's probably almost the most important of all the poses. It really reflects the basic human need. Let yourself become your own personal staff. That support for you. Finding strength in your legs, your thighs to give you support. Really drawing your toes towards your face to activate through the butt. Again, you're finding your own inner source of strength, drawing the navel inward and upward to the heart. If I let my fingers ease forward, I can slightly lengthen forward towards my toes. And I'm just going to let my fingers come back behind me, lift up my heart and ease forward. And let my fingers inch forward. And let my fingers inch back with a lengthen and a lift. And let my fingers inch forward. And my fingers inch back, lengthen and lift. And then if you would, come to neutral, stop. Please feel the thigh muscles very actively engaged. I'm going to release my hands, let my knees bend. Feet to the ground, aligned to my hips and shoulders, and I'm very slowly going to roll back. And I really am taking it very slowly as I come down. I'm focusing on drawing in my navel and easing down to my back. Let your hands and arms reach long, so your fingers are reaching towards your toes. Draw on the navel and roll up head, neck, shoulders, and chest. I didn't come very high, but my navel lifts into me. And float back down. Let your arms reach to the ceiling, just the ceiling. Beautiful. Now pull down your arms and your hands and really press the palms to the floor and notice what happens through the body. Can you feel the muscles of the core trunk activate a bit? Reach fingers to heels, lengthen the neck and roll up. Keep your left foot on the ground. Try to keep the hips balanced. Neutral, lift off the right knee. Let that right leg stretch forward as you move. Foot comes down, hands come down, head comes down. Arms to sky. Again, like this, profound. You take a breath as you exhale, pull down those palms, pull them through space, and feel the trunk activate. Reach the fingers to the heels, lengthen the neck and roll. Take off the left knee. Drawing in the navel, could you stretch out the left leg? Foot comes down, trunk comes down. As I'm lowering my trunk, I'm thinking about coming down bit by bit. So it's one part of my spine after another part after another part. Let's do this again. Arms to the sky. Take a breath. It's profound. It's deep. Push your hands through space. Push them down. Push them down. Palms to floor. Reach fingers towards the heels. Roll up head, neck, shoulders, chest. Could both knees come up? Could both legs lengthen forward? Gonna let my hands reach up towards my knees as I form my boat. I'll bring in my feet, but keep them here. Notice my feet, they're gonna drop below my knee line. And slowly let your trunk return to the mat, vertebra by vertebra, to the head. Arms to the sky. Exhale, pull down those hands. Feel them really pulling through space. Fingers then reaching towards the wall ahead of you. Lengthen the neck to curl up. Could you reach out into a boat, this time with your arms by your ears? And then gently bring in knees. Take a breath, lengthen out. Exhale, bring in knees. Take a breath and lengthen out. Draw on the knees with the abdomen, last time out. And a last time drawing in. I'm focusing at my knees. I'm going to pull my navel in deeply and hug my knees deeply into my chest. And I'll ease down my back first. Thinking about returning to the mat slowly, vertebra by vertebra, and just hugging the knees in, snug and tight. And then gently let the feet come to the mat. Now let's be comfortable with the feet, hip or shoulder distance apart, arms to the sky. I think about my arms really pushing through something that's heavy or thick. Clearly, I do like chocolate, and when in doubt, I try to think of something pleasant. So my hands and arms are pushing through a really thick and wonderful chocolate mousse. Your hands and arms can push through anything you would like that would give you that intention of feeling that you have to make effort as you pull those arms down to the earth. Pull them down to the earth. And once your palms touch the floor, feel that you've activated through the navel. It's inward, it's upward. Could you push to the feet and lift up the hips? Think about your toes lengthening to the top of the mat, and your shin bones drawing to the top of the mat. Your kneecaps drawing towards that point, and the fronts of your thighs lengthening as well. As you're here, where do you feel the body weight in your shoulders? Can it be even right to left? And then slowly come down bit by bit or vertebra by vertebra, returning back to the mat and to your hips. Take the arms to the sky with breath. Again, feel resistance as you exhale. You pull the arms down, feet. Reach the fingers towards your heels. Draw on the abdomen as you lift up the hips. Again, the toes reach to the wall ahead of them or top of your mat. Your shins, your knees, your thigh bones lengthen. Let's be strong to the right foot. Lift up the left heel, and could the left leg stretch skyward? Let both hands come under your buttock, and do your hips feel even? Let your palms come down. So palms to the floor right underneath their respective buttock. Lengthen the back as you lower it to the floor, and I want my buttock to rest on my palms. Take both legs to the sky with both feet flexed. Your toes point. Lengthen through your trunk as you roll up head, neck, and shoulders. Could the legs come part way forward? Thinking about your legs more like a drawbridge here. And then again, bring knees in, hands wrap, lower the trunk, lower the feet, arms to the sky. Going through something thick and heavy with resistance, pull down the arms, activating the trunk, push to the feet, lifting the hips. Body's lengthening towards the top of your mat. Be strong to the left foot as you lift right heel, right leg to sky, foot's flexed. Hands at the hips to support. Palms to the floor, right under the hips. Lengthen as you lower the hips down, and you'll feel the back of your hips on the backs of the hands. Really push that right hip into its hand. Take up the left leg as well. Both feet are flexed. Again, your legs are like a drawbridge. They're upright now. Think about them lowering as your toes point. Now, I'm not going to be able to come back to my bridge line, but I will lower as I reach long through my body. And gently knees come in. And gently hold them into you. Maybe shifting a little bit right to left to massage through the back. And then your choice. My feet come down. I can repeat just what I've done, which would be a very modified bridge. If I'd like to be more traditional, my knees separate and my feet move closer to their respective buttock, and my right hand wraps around my right ankle, left hand wraps left ankle. I'm in the modified version. When we're ready, we take a breath. Think of the trunk lengthening to the top of the mat as you draw on the navel and pull up your hips. In the modified version, the one I'm in, just hold still. You could come into a traditional bridge. Think about drawing the pubic bone skyward. You're bringing body weight onto the two shoulders and just the two shoulders and the back of the head. In traditional bridge, you let your hands clasp together under you. You start to pull the shoulder blades together. So now again, your hands are together. Could you think about those hands lengthening towards the top of the mat? Again, towards the feet, towards the toes, that nice long lengthening line. In traditional bridge, slowly release the hands first. Let the arms slide out from you. You could start to turn your palms down into the mat for all of us. Broaden the shoulders and slowly start to lower the body back to the mat, taking it slowly, feeling each vertebra coming back to the floor, making contact, and then the hips, and taking a breath. Let the arms lengthen and lift up to the sky, and just let them reach long behind your head for a moment. Slowly let the arms rise up and float back to the floor. When they come down to your hips, let your palms face to the ceiling. And then you should take a breath if you wish. Let those legs stretch out long and away. You should take a moment to reflect. Have you been able to be present in each individual and unique moment? Have you been able to quiet or still any distractions or fluctuations in your consciousness? As you bring your palms to your heart, can you return to your awareness of the heart center? And are you able to feel a connection to your own true essence, individual and unique, just as each moment of time is? Taking a moment, bring your practice to a close, honoring and celebrating yourself, as well as all who have joined us in practice today. Namaste. I thank you all at home. Thank you for staying. I apologize for going over. But again, I very much appreciate your being here. Please take your time. You can slowly roll to your side to sit up. Make certain you feel fully awake and ready to connect with the outside world. And I thank you.